Yo, what is poppin', everybody? Welcome back to school. PHS, you know, the P world. Here's a few announcements. First of all, senior sunrise did get postponed, but we were having it on August 27th instead of the 20th as scheduled.
And also on the 27th is a minimum day now. So even though there's no back to school, it's still a minimum day. So just looking forward to that.
Also, next week is all week is Spirit Week. So make sure to show your school spirit, and there will be posters around telling you which day is which.
And Powder Puff is back. So if you don't know what Powder Puff is when the girls play flag football and the boys cheer. They don't wear like skirts and stuff, unfortunately, but it's still fun to go to. So I recommend going to it because I've always went to it, and it's just a really fun event. But it is changed this year a little bit. It's senior girls versus the freshmen, sophomore, and juniors. So that's going to be exciting.
P world, and here's a word from Todd the God.
Hey, good morning, students. This is Mr. Whitmire, your principal. Welcome to a brand new school year. I cannot tell you how thrilled I am to have you guys here in person this year. We are off to a start. We are off to a new start. It's hard to believe that we've been out of school for the last almost year and a half. I am thrilled to have everybody back. There are over 3,500 students on our campus. We are a large high school. And I must admit, the behavior of only a few students, I want to make that very clear, I've been somewhat disappointed with. As you guys know, we've had a number of physical altercations involving students, primarily 9th and 10th graders who are new to school. And much of it stems from old grievances from when they were in junior high school or over the summer. And what's disappointing is it puts everybody at risk or in jeopardy through that type of behavior. And I'm asking all of us to kind of look inside, look at ourselves, and think about what our expectations are and what we stand for. You know, we have a waiting list of students who'd like to attend Pittsburgh High School that we cannot accept because we are crowded, we're at capacity. And it's disappointing to find that, you know, we have had a few incidents starting the year where students have chosen to resolve their issues with other students through violence. That's just not acceptable. So a couple of things I want to announce to you. One is that we will have zero tolerance for any type of fighting. If you fight, you will be suspended. You will go home. You will have to participate in our restorative justice process when you return. Second of all, the corner store we're going to make off limits. So we do not want students going up to the corner store for the foreseeable future. You know, I made an announcement last night to our parents. So beginning Monday, students, you may not go up to the corner store. I want to make that very clear. If you go up to the corner store and we come up there, you will be sent home, okay? And that announcement has gone out to your parents. Those corner stores for the foreseeable future are off limits. I also just want to remind you about the importance of being on time to school. I've noticed a number of us are being late to class, different classes throughout the day. We have a 6-minute passing period. There's really no excuse to be late, okay? So you have plenty of time to get to class. You need to take care of business, okay, during passing periods. I don't want you out of class during class time. Let's also talk about dress. You know, what I've noticed is a number of students with the hot weather, I understand that, you know, they're dressing very casually, which is fine, but I would also like to ask that everybody dressed appropriately and decent and not showing a lot of skin in effect. And that goes for both boys and girls. So again, I would like you to dress appropriately when you're here at school. I also want to make sure you have your ID badges on. You know, again, we're learning who you are, just as you are learning who we are. So it's really important to have your ID badge on every day. The ID makers are now up and running in the offices. So if you do not have an ID badge, please come by any of the main offices, and we will make an ID badge for you. I also really appreciate everybody wearing their masks. You know, you guys have been awesome. I can't stress that enough. Everybody's been very good about following the health protocols. You know, we have had a few COVID cases here at school, not many, just a few. But we've been able to follow up on those, notify the students involved. Their parents, in many cases, have reached out to us. But we've had very few cases, thank goodness. I also want to commend you guys for always thinking of each other. You know, I've seen a lot of random acts of kindness in the hallways. Somebody stopping to open a door, somebody stopping to let a person go in front of them. You know, with 3,500 students here, over 3,500 students, I'm always amazed on a daily basis how many random acts of kindness there are. So again, thank you guys. A couple of other announcements too. So as part of our COVID, as many of you know, the number of COVID cases in California and the nation continue to increase, particularly with the new variant, the Delta variant. So it's really important. We're trying to get as many folks vaccinated as possible. I would really appreciate if everybody would, you know, this is something I'd like you to talk about with your families. I do understand it's an individual decision. Just recently, the governor announced that, you know, all state, all school district, all employees must either get vaccinated or be tested weekly, regularly. So that's a mandate that we have. I would really encourage you as students, especially if you are 12 and older, which we are, to get vaccinated. Our next vaccination clinic will be on August 26th. It'll be here in our gym. It'll be all day long. If you wish to get vaccinated, I will allow you to get out of class that day for a period to get vaccinated, because I believe strongly that vaccination will help slow the rate of COVID infections. Okay, so again, that'll be August 26th. Also, our senior, you know, there's a number of events that we've had to push back a little bit because of COVID. And we have a football game. We have a great football team this season. We have a great tennis team this season. We have a great cross country. You know, our water polo, all of our teams this year are going to rock it. And I mean it. I mean, they're going to be fabulous. But unfortunately, Friday night, we have our first scrimmage against De La Salle. That scrimmage will be only open to the families of the football players. Now, and this also, in the future games, for the foreseeable future through September, that will also include cheer and band. So we typically have the three sports that are, or three activities that are participating would be the football team, would be the cheerleading team, and would be the band program. So those students and their immediate families, and we haven't determined the number of tickets yet, they will be the only ones allowed into the football games for the foreseeable future. And again, that's because of COVID. You know, we're concerned about the number of cases, and we're doing our best to try to take precautions to limit the spread of COVID here at school. Okay, but I'm hoping those restrictions will change, and we will be able to open it up, because it is important that the student body come out to our sports and our various activities to support everyone, because we are the Pirates. And I tell you what, nobody has a cooler mascot than Pittsburgh High School. You know that? All right, so you guys, I've said a lot this morning. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to listen to me. I'm looking forward to see everybody when I'm visiting your classes. I'll also ask Mr. Gutierrez, our new assistant principal, Mr. Paco, our new associate principal. You'll see them making video announcements in the foreseeable future too, and also stopping by your classes. So on that note, you guys have a great day. Go Pirates!